Since the release of Chapter 3 to 4, a lot of people focus on the night and other crazy Chris reveals that happen, especially the section where Chris pulls us out of them and, well, you know. I think the fact it's so visceral and strange, so different from the rest of the game, makes it so easy to focus on. But for me, that wasn't the only section that gave me that strange bubbling in my tummy. The Legend of Tenna. Throughout the entire experience, I was on edge. And that was even before the creepy stuff, which I didn't even see on my playthrough. Dark worlds are fiction, but dark worlds are real. The people in the dark worlds matter. We know that. So my question to you is, why would the fiction created in a dark world be any different? Darker than dark, after all. The Legend of Tenna and its original version bring up so many questions as to the nature of these games within games. On a surface level, The Legend of Tenna serves the purpose of just being a fun game for the characters and us. And the original game, the little side path, is a creepy tool to give us the Shadow Mantle and show the weird route. Maybe foreshadow future story events, too. But let's hold on there. In the game, characters seem to be intelligent. I mean the games in the games, to clarify. Eram, or Man, the Shadow Mantle holder, changes their dialogue depending if we do a weird route or not. They can damage our soul directly, which is like 3 or 4 levels above the reality they exist in. A little strong. The Tenna featured in the original game acts without actual Tenna being present, and seems to refer to a past deal between him and Chris, either with Lightning or Chris, or most likely Little Chris. The Eggman features in an area built just like the other games, and we know he can appear in Dark Worlds proper, and is almost certainly the same character as the other Eggman. So what the hell does this all mean? Even if it's very likely some of these characters have some form of a self, a mind, beyond foreshadowing future events, it doesn't seem to affect their actual story at all. It's just kind of morbid and sad, us destroying another set of character lives for a game. Yep, I didn't want to think that was it. So, I started scouring through wiki articles and Reddit posts, eventually going back and watching some of my favorite streamers' playthroughs. And then I saw it. Between flashes of green, a logo, a title, and you open up the original game. It's right there, blurred and shadowed as it may be. There are words there on the arcade screen. But staring at the image, I started to recognize them. The letters. I can't say for each, but this here with the ridges is clearly a capital M. And I suppose it could be 2 A's side by side, but that would be odd. Not sure what word that would form. The back of the words also have a pretty clear answer, with notches that form an E. ME is not a terribly useful starting place, but I think we can parse at least 2 more from the beginning. It reads M-A-N. Man. The Eggman, the Forgotten Man, perhaps even the Mystery Man. Of course, without knowing the second section, it's possible this could just be part of a longer word that has nothing to do with man, like manifest, for example. So, I looked at what we know about the Eggman, specifically in their own video game-like area. Their tree, their followers are all in an area called Man Country. Much like our title, 2 words combined. Staring hard, I could only come up with 1 letter at the latter end of our title that I'm certain about. And that's L, right before the E. Now, it could be many other letters with this top hook here that I'm using as evidence. I'll admit. J, H, B, D. But none of those really work with the ending E. I think the latter word is tail. Undertale is, of course, another game, made by the same author. Man Country is, in fact, similar to the Underground, being the location the game is set in, with both of them sharing the same beginning word with their title. The Man in Man Country, Mantale, Undertale, Underground, you get it. As such, the title of the game is, in my opinion, Mantale. This makes sense for a title of the game as a cheeky nod to Undertale, along with the game itself being involved with the man. To clarify, I mean the game within the game here, not Deltarune. Also, I can't think of what combination otherwise would make sense here, with what we know from this word for sure. Or pretty much for sure. If people are interested, I'm going to do another video delving into the rules of Mantale and the characters within it, and the potential implications if this name is true, but I wanted to get this out here quick so smarter people than me can grab onto this info. The streamers I used the footage of were Salted DK Down and Penny of SnapQ. Link in the description. Please give them a watch. Mantale almost seems to imply that the man was the one who created this game. Which man, I think we have a pretty good idea. But if I'm right, the implications are insane.